Guys, thank you so much for coming in here to see me at Body Bar Design. Okay, I'm Josh. Now, today's video is just going to be a meal example and roughly a hectic day example. Okay, so myself personally, I'm in the middle of a bulk, which means I'm trying to put on as much muscle mass as quickly as possible. This one is going to last about 6 to 7 months long, and I've still got about another maybe 10-15 pounds to put on. And then I go into a cut, and I'll cut back a few pounds to drop the body fat that I've put on. Now, I eat about 4,000 calories a day. Well, I eat 4,000 calories a day. Typically, I'm eating about 50% carbohydrates, 30% protein, and 20% fats. Now, as we all know, sometimes life happens. This is why you always see me on these videos being like, stop making this new health kick or current health kick such a stress in your life, because the stress will make you fat. Okay? Now, I got a good breakfast in, and I got a half decent lunch in. Typically, things got a little bit messy between assessments, appointments, meetings, and such. Shit happens. But when shit happens, you have to be prepared to make up for it. Okay? So this is when you got to put your big boy pants on and really dig in. And when I mean dig in, I mean dig in. So it is about 7 o'clock here. I typically go to bed about 11 o'clock. Okay? And I would like to eat, I have my last protein shake with some peanut butter around 11 o'clock. Maybe 10 o'clock depending on how I'm feeling, just so it has a bit of time to absorb and my belly's not completely full. Now, where I've missed a couple of meals, because believe me, 4,000 calories worth of clean food is a lot of food, okay? So I do eat my 6 meals. Is it hard? Yes. Is it necessary? Yes, okay? Now, I'm not talking to you advanced guys. I'm talking to you noobs, and I'm talking to you guys like myself that are intermediates, okay? My goal is never to be a professional bodybuilder. My goal is never to be a professional MMA fighter. I am an amateur athlete, which means I train hard in the gym, whether it be my MMA, BJJ, or it's just my squats and my deadlifts, okay? So I'm not quite as hung up. It's not quite as important for me to have my 6 to 8 meals every 2 hours on the dot. I eat as healthy as I can, and I eat when I can. So what I'm having for supper tonight, there we go, a little bit of Supplement King if you're here in Halifax. This is 2 scoops of muscle juice, which is a weight gainer, which works out to be roughly almost 600 calories. And roughly it's going to be 2 to 1 protein. But I also added a scoop of whey isolate to it, which makes it about a 1-in-1. So it's roughly half calories protein, half calories carbs, okay? And there's also a tablespoon of peanut butter in here, okay? I love peanut butter. Never get enough of it. Now, I'm also taking 3 enzymes with this, all right, for my digestive system. Because the reason why a lot of the times these guys are suggesting for you to have 6 small meals a day is because your body really only has so many digestive enzymes to break down the food. And when you run out, you run out. Okay? And then a lot of the times the rest of what's left is going to be stored as fat, and we don't want that to happen. And if you know anything about nutrition, or if you listen to me at all, you know I'm a huge advocate of digestion and making sure that your digestive tract is working well, because that's how you're going to get the nutrients from your food. It's how you're going to lose fat. It's how you're going to build energy. It's how you're going to build muscle, okay? So now on top of this shake that is roughly 700 calories, okay? That's a meal in itself, because typically I'm having, 600 to 800 calories worth of meals. Here is what I call my fajita without the shell, sorry. So we got chicken, turn it here. There's some cheese. The cheese is full fat cheese. Here's some diced up lettuce or salad that I had in the fridge. It's shredded. And on top of that is about 2 tablespoons of fat-free ranch dressing. I got fat-free because it was on sale. And then I've got a cup of white basmati rice, okay, the Indian style stuff, and that was cooked down with chicken broth, and then had like canned carrots and peas put into it just for color, texture, a little bit of something new, okay, so it doesn't get so mundane. Altogether, that's probably another 700 to 800 calories as well, okay. It's going to be roughly a cup and a half of diced chicken, a cup of rice with a cup of shredded salad on top. Is a mix of romaine, iceberg, and it had like some cabbage and stuff in there as well. So that's going to be about 800 calories, okay? So altogether, it's going to be 1,500 calories. This is a huge meal. And when I say this is time to put your big boy boots on, I really mean it. You cannot slip on your calories, okay? At first, you have to track them. Use something like MyFitnessPal or Chronometer, something that makes it really easy, so at the end of the day, it takes you 5 minutes and you're done. Your calories are important. Don't worry so much about the carbs, proteins, and fats at first. Just make sure you're hitting optimal calories with good food so you're having the energy to make it through the day, so you're having stabilized moods, and you're losing as much fat and building as much muscle as possible, okay? That's going to keep you healthy in the long run. This is a huge meal. You got to man it up and you got to get it into you. So if you miss a meal, you have to make up for it. You cannot live off 1,000 calories and think that you're going to do anything. It's going to rebound on you. You're going to end up holding on to more fat. You're going to end up holding on to more water. Your moods, you're going to become irritable. Like, it's just not worth it, okay? Put your boots on. Get your food in, all right? So this is Josh from Body Bar Design, and this was my meal example for tonight. And my lesson of is if you miss a meal, you got to make up for it, okay? Have yourself a good night, guys.